Meghan's new bad look, we can't believe our eyes. Is she really incompetent or deliberately clumsy? She looks like the cleaning woman off to the shops for some furniture polish and toilet cleaner. To be honest with you, friends, there are a lot of things these days that I just don't get. For example, I'll be driving along and then some crazy person has to pass me and they're so aggressive and so dangerous, and then they end up getting stopped at the same stoplight as me. Or people who will brave those after Christmas sales, fighting the crowds to save just a few pennies on wrapping paper for the next Christmas. And then I still don't understand, what was Victoria's Secret? But what I find even more confusing is how Meghan Markle can somehow manage to wear $5,000 worth of clothes and she still looks like a bag lady. I mean, could it be because no amount of even overpriced wrapping can hide the evil that is inside of her? Nothing can prevent that from oozing out from every single pore. Now, if she hadn't managed to trap a prince, nobody would even care about her, and nobody would give her the time of day. In fact, she would be yesterday's news after she was fired from Suits. The woman doesn't have any talent. And I can't help but wonder what she would really look like if she didn't have the money to pay for those fake teeth, the fake nose, the Botox, the fillers, the hair extensions, and goodness knows what else. I mean, she looks like she's playing some kind of practical joke on everybody, wearing a pair of white summer pants and obviously warm weather slip-on casual shoes. No socks, I guess that was important. But Meghan is all wrapped up in this big wool coat that goes way below her knees. I'm only guessing to help block the winter wind and this chill. What is wrong with her? She looks like a nutcase. I mean, the temperature where she lives should never in fact be cold enough to even warrant a big wool coat like that, and especially not in August. Does she even own a mirror? Does she have access to a mirror? I can't figure it out. And if she has a mirror, okay, well, does she have access to a calendar or a weather app? Does she have the Weather Channel on her TV? Did Meghan not grow up in California? I mean, this is what she did when she went to New York to read that stupid book to children who were forced to sit on the floor and listen to her. It was burning up. It was summer in New York, and she was wearing that red winter pantsuit with that coat and scarf, and other people were sweating bullets. Nobody is going to wear winter clothing in the summer. Why? Meghan looks stupid then as well. She must believe that she's modeling in some type of air-conditioned setting. I mean, you cannot fix that kind of dumb. Another thing is, I hate to say it, but if you've got a very large rear and you've got some huge feet, then skinny leg trousers are not your friend. She claims that she likes to wear shoes a couple of sizes bigger so that her feet don't swell and get blisters. She must be lying. I think that her feet really are that big. Now, of course, when overly loose shoes are rubbing against one's ankles especially, the result is going to be blisters, except in Meghan's case, it seems to work in the opposite way. More and more lies from Meghan, but are we even surprised by that? Also, what is the purpose exactly of these pap walks? Is she trying to advertise that winter coat in the summer? I mean, who's looking to buy that? Where exactly is she going? Where's she come from? Surely she's not just aimlessly wandering around trying to get her photo taken, then getting into her car and heading home, wherever that may be. It is these stunts that make her look like such an idiot, and it sure doesn't help her rebranding, whatever that means. Because these are all her old tricks. This is stuff that we're used to. She asks for free designer clothing so that she can wear it, and she claims she's going to advertise it for them. And apparently that's what they sent her. Does anybody else think that they're just trying to make a fool of her? Once she gets this stuff, she's got to wear it, and she's got to have her photos taken. I'm really beginning that somebody's trying to set her up to look like an idiot, and they're not having to try very hard. Is she really so desperate to have her picture taken that she's going to walk around looking like she escaped from the psych ward? Why does she not understand how dumb she looks and sounds? How did this crazy woman become a member of the British royal family? My goodness. Maybe they don't pay until she's been photographed wearing it, and she's in such a hurry to get her hands on that cash as always. She couldn't possibly wait for winter to arrive. Maybe they'll give her a swimsuit to parade around in the winter. That would be pretty funny to see, wouldn't it? This does seem to be her special talent, though. Only Meghan Markle can pull this stuff off. And she has trashed and dumped all her family members and old friends, so she doesn't have anybody to tell her the truth about how she appears. Harry can't do it. I mean, I guess he's so messed up on drugs that everything looks beautiful to him. And of course, the Sugars are not going to be honest with her. They've got their noses stuck too far up her bum. I've got to hand it to her though. She does have a talent for making haute couture look like garbage. I would never look at that coat or scarf after seeing it on her. I understand, clothes are always going to look better on a model, so I cannot imagine how bad that coat would look on me, so I would never even think about buying one. Meghan Markle just always looks so sloppy wherever she goes. And I don't care how high quality it is, if it looks sloppy, not that many women are going to want to buy one. Now, sloppy is appropriate sometimes, but a winter coat in August, no, 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 you don't want that looking sloppy. I understand the merchandisers just wanted it out there so that people would look at it, but it really is pushing the next season way too hard. It just doesn't make sense. And they do it with everything these days. Honestly, I don't care for it. I think it just makes people look dumb. And who is to say what's fashionable anyway? Well, I'll tell you, people like Vogue and Elle and Marie Claire, these magazines are the ones who just make stuff up and tell us that's what we're supposed to be wearing. Putting strange pieces of clothing mixed with other strange pieces acts like, oh yeah, I'm very chic. Now, I live in a pretty upscale neighborhood in Southern California, and I see examples of this stuff all the time. I see people walking around looking like clowns. And while they're walking around looking like clowns, I know they paid so much money for those outfits. If anyone disagrees with me, let me know, but I know you've seen it too. Right now in California, it's over 80 degrees and the humidity has been so high. Who is going to walk around wearing a cashmere coat with a scarf wrapped around the neck? Now, there are some weather fronts coming up from Mexico causing this really high humidity, and the heat is just so sticky. In fact, we're supposed to have some storms next week. I hope so. But anyway, only a very disturbed person is going to wrap up like that in the heat, or maybe somebody on some kind of drugs. I don't know. But Meghan Markle made herself look like an absolute bag lady. Seems to me like there was no way to make her look good. It doesn't matter how expensive her clothing is. Her intentions are always pathetic and her evil always shines through. Just like in that photo, apparently Meghan's trying to show everybody that she's got to wear this anti-stress something or other. I guess Meghan does have a lot to be stressed about, right? Harry's overseas right now doing something or other, and Meghan, boy, is she out and about all the time. But supposedly, she stayed home because she needed to stay with the kids. Meghan is a psychopath, and she just wants people to talk about her. I cannot see any evidence whatsoever that she really is the mother of two. Those poor invisible kids hidden somewhere, what a horrible way to treat them. But the thing is, nobody's met the children. They're just a couple of names. They don't have heads, they don't have bodies, nobody knows anything about them. What is remarkable, though, is that Meghan Markle is trying to sell this new Colm device on her wrist. But on the website, it says that you've got to have headphones or earbuds if you want to use it. Something about it's going to slow down your brain waves? I don't know. Sounds like a bunch of nonsense to me. And obviously, Meghan Markle was not wearing headphones or earbuds. If I were new Colm, I would definitely go back on that contract. She's not even selling it right. Meghan's entire life is a series of schemes, wearing winter clothes in the summer, that weird patch for reasons that only make sense to her, and who knows even then if they do make sense to her. It seems like her schemes are entirely focused on her image. She doesn't make a bit of sense, she's never made a bit of sense, and she never will make a bit of sense. Meghan Markle wants to let all of us know that she needs something to calm her down, and we need to feel sorry for her because she's got to have that calming patch. Oh yeah, wah, look at me, I'm so stressed out. But you know who is not looking stressed out these days? Old Harry. He's got a whole ocean between him and Meghan, so he's looking pretty relaxed and happy. It seems like Meghan cannot understand that history is forever going to remember how nasty, how spiteful she was for all those years. Everybody's going to remember forever that she's a cheat, she's a liar, she's a thief, and she is a fraud. And every time I think that she cannot sink any lower, well, there she goes. I think Prince William has had one of the best responses to Harry ever. One word, sad. Yeah, that pretty much sums it all up. And you, what do you think about this look? Please continue to discuss Meghan with us below in the comments. Remember to like and share my video with anybody else who needs it anytime you want. And don't be afraid to click the subscribe button to get more updates in the future. Thank you so much for tuning in, have a lovely weekend, and we'll be back to see you all tomorrow.